Hi everyone, this is La again from TGL, so-called the boss man of TGL. Our lovely people behind the camera there have scoured through the internet, research and trying to find out what the most commonly asked question for logistics people or for the logistics industries are. So they've got a whole list of mystery questions which I've not yet heard or prepared for. So it's going to be a very candid session, so off we go. Why is logistics important? Well, I guess without logistics, how can we have the hoarding of toilet paper, right? That's powered by logistics. So next time we have those news articles, the big run on toilet paper, we should write powered by logistics. And you can say that about anything in life. Every time you brush your teeth, powered by logistics. Every time you eat, powered by logistics. It's the, I like to call it the base platform of our society and our standards of living. And all other industries are on top of it. It's not just a separate industry, it is the base platform for all other things we do as individuals, as society, as communities, and as a world together. Eventually they'll go to space, go to Mars and stuff. All that prep work, that's all logistics. So it's moving things from A to B and supply chain controlling, the efficient flow of goods in preparation for whatever human or mankind needs to do with themselves. What do logistics companies do? Is that a trick question? Well, I guess we do logistics. So look, what do we do? Okay, again, to put it very, very simply, when we travel as human beings, we go to a travel agent. And that's what logistics company do, is we control the flow of cargo and we represent the cargo just like a travel agent would do for us as human beings. Obviously, cargo do not have mouths and ability to communicate yet. So therefore it needs a human advocate to cross borders and deal with various chains within the supply chain to flow efficiently, because ultimately there's human involvement. And a logistics company, let's consider it like a control tower / travel agent that monitors the flow of cargo. It already has. If I just think about myself personally, 80% of my own consumption or purchases are online. Retail is probably less than 20%, I'll say, and a lot of it, the retail stuff isn't planned retail, but more so, because I'm out and about and I'm seeing something, I like them, gonna go buy it. But normally, if you've got some time to prepare what you want to purchase, you normally do your research online like everyone does these days, right? You compare prices and usually you get a better deal online. So in many ways, e-commerce has already overtaken retail. Bricks and mortar is having a challenging time and they need to reinvent themselves to remain relevant. Strangest thing, well, there's so many, you name it, we've done it, dead carcass of animals and human remains, that's all the usual suspects. In the world of moving freight, you're bound to find so many different, I wouldn't say strange, but wonderful, weird things or uncommonly seen things that you will never know that existed. Until you actually go, oh, geez, okay, that needs to be moved. Yeah, duh. Okay, well, that needs to go into there, therefore needs to be moved. So it's really identifying the invisible dots that forms the bigger part of the picture. The common stuff we all know, furniture, all that, but there's stuff that goes behind the scenes that we don't normally see every day, but all those things need to be moved as well. Some of the things we're very proud that we have moved as a company, for example, are the big windmill turbines for the generation of wind energy or harnessing wind energy. All those, I wouldn't say strange things, but they're very specialized and very interesting things that we've moved. Frequent question asked from a client. My biggest challenge with a lot of the, let's call it newcomers to international shipping or freighting and so forth, it's like the questions they don't ask, because they normally come to us with a preconceived idea of how things should move, and yet they've never moved anything. So in fact, I will encourage them to ask me more strange questions rather than come to me with a predefined set of understanding which can be completely wrong. And then we have to somehow peel that back and sort of de-educate, is that even a word? De-educate? Sort of strip down their preconceived ideas and build them up again. So it's a lot of effort, right? Because trying to tell someone they're wrong It's not normally an easy thing. Oh geez, well, it's going to be at the expense of other industries, right? You know, because it's, again, signifies the importance of logistics. I often say to my folks, you know, always go for the test in terms of which industry you want to join as an individual or as a young person coming up in the world. Ask yourself, would the world end if this industry disappeared overnight? So let's take, for example, lawyers, and they're easy to pick on. I know it's a cheap shot. Would the world end if the lawyers industry, the entire industry of law disappeared? Would the world end overnight? No, it wouldn't, right? There might be some prolonged divorces that can't get done, or some land deals that can't be signed, or all that sort of jargon, but those are mainly man-made issues which we can live without. But if you take logistics and make it disappear overnight, the whole world will stop. First of all, the stock market will crash instantly. There's no flow. You know, how can we live without things? So that, you know, I know it's quite humorous, but if you really think about it critically, apply that test. If that industry disappeared overnight, would the world continue to go on? And I like to think without logistics, the world cannot go on. And that's why I love logistics, because it's so important. Freight trains, no, we're not, because it's still an efficient and affordable way to move goods over great distances. And when it works well, it's usually the most on time, because once it goes on a track, there's no traffic lights, there's none, all of that. So freight trains will always be in existence. Will there be new freight trains, a new rail network? Absolutely there will be, but freight trains will always exist. It is, a lot of it is already automated. A lot more advanced in the fast parcels because it's easier to scan, RF scanning and all that sort of stuff. Not yet as advanced in bulk cargo, but that's only a moments away. I'm pretty sure within the next 5 years, you'll find a lot more automation happening within the entire logistics world. We're in fact, as a company, trying to automate a lot of our internal processes through code, through programs, just so that we don't find ourselves doing something that is essentially glorified data entry, right? So automation is already here. It's the future of logistics. If you're looking to the future, like I normally see it, almost like the Blade Runner style, eventually logistics will probably be without any human interaction. It'll be basically one system talking to another. You got automated trucks, you got automated ships, automated planes. It's just essentially computers talking to computers. And when that happens, the industry will change, you know, massive change to our industry. There'll be no more human involvement in logistics. And to be honest, if you look at the true essence of logistics, lacking human involvement is probably a good thing. If you've got any other questions, comment, subscribe, and like.